right, Myrtle Beach Bowl. We've got Coastal Carolina and UTSA. Meet. We got the Roadrunners, 6.5-point favorites, 57.5 the total here in this game. Coastal Carolina, a team that 6-6 is really a perfect illustration of their season. It was up and down. It was all over the map. They had some great wins. Remember, this team beat the Conference USA champions 55-27 the first game of the year against Jacksonville State. But this is also a team that lost 39-7 at James Madison, 38-24 at Troy, 26-6 at Georgia Southern. And then they bounced back their final game. They beat Georgia State 48-27. So this really was a very erratic, inconsistent Coastal Carolina Chanticleers team this season under Tim Beck, the head coach. Now, what will we get from them here? We still have a ton of question marks at the quarterback spot for them because Ethan Vasco, by the way, has entered the transfer portal. That is significant. That's the guy that's been starting this year for Coastal Carolina. This was announced that he's entered the transfer portal, so don't expect him to play in this bowl game. Noah Kim, a guy that they got in the transfer portal, also entered the transfer portal. So we've got Coastal with both of these guys, Vasco and Kim, their top two quarterbacks, entering the transfer portal, and probably a good chance neither of them plays, which means we could be down to Tad Hudson getting the start. And I'm looking at I don't think he has a single pass attempt yet.
No. You know what I was going to say? Who?
Yeah, exactly. Who? Yeah, who? Yeah, Tad Hudson. In this
Tad Hudson.
Again, Ethan Vasco in the transfer portal, Noah Kim, the second quarterback in the transfer portal, kind of makes me think that, we're going to probably see Tad Hudson. Now, again, our bowl practice is going to help him a little bit to get a little bit of footing here and get comfortable in the offense, perhaps, but not exactly a great bet on situation by any stretch of the imagination. And then for UTSA, certainly played their best football down the stretch, 4-2. Straight up, 5-1 against the spread, their last 6 games of the season. The offense started to really get rolling. Now, some of those teams were pretty bad defensively, like Temple, like North Texas, but they also put up 44, and they beat Memphis 44-36. Owen McCown looked a lot more comfortable later in the season, and after some struggles early on. Of course, you've got Robert Henry with a great running back. This David Amador, phenomenal receiver. Down the stretch as well for UTSA. This is one where I'm kind of interested in a team total for UTSA because I think they can move the ball on Coastal's defense. You start to look more and more at the Chanticleers' defensive numbers, and you start to look at who they faced. Georgia Southern, they gave up 27. Georgia's 26. Georgia State, 27. Marshall, they gave up 31. They gave up 34 to ULL, 38 to Troy, 37 to Old Dominion, 43 to Virginia. UTSA is in the ballpark with those offenses, especially when Owen McCown is playing at a high level, which he is down the stretch. Like if you're giving up 43 to Virginia, you're giving up 38 to Troy, you're giving up 34 to Louisiana, 39 to James Madison, 31 to Marshall. You could probably give up at least in the 30s here to UTSA in this Myrtle Beach Bowl. So I lean over for the full game because UTSA defense is still a little shaky, but the thing I worry about is, will UTSA's defense get a break from facing a third-string quarterback that's never thrown a pass yet at the college level? That could help UTSA's defense here. So I might just zone in and focus on the UTSA team total over here for this game. CMAC, what do you and lean to lay in the points as well with UTSA. CMAC, what do you think?
Yeah, it's all big with the third-string quarterback. When I put this down too, when I was going through last night, was the team total, because one spot UTSA just was great at home. Like they on the road, I know they played like Rice, some teams that were a little bit better defensively. But I remember that game with Tulsa. We know how bad Tulsa is. They got way down here, that crazy shootout there at ECU. They lost early, 30-20. But I think that this Coastal team, I couldn't figure them out. This is one team this year, Pavano, that, have a beat on teams that I could not figure them out at all. Short trip for them here. Will they be motivated with the third stringer in there? I don't know. And both teams don't have great defenses. Can he maybe move the ball on UTSA? That was just these defensive numbers awful and even bad on the road. So I think the team total is a really good look if you really don't want to lay the touchdown. with UTSA and wait on them who's in, who's out a little bit. We got ways to go. Make sure with them because we're Monday. I think some more dominoes are going to fall here with guys in and out the next few days.
And with the location of this game, you could say both ways for Coastal. Obviously, this is their home field. It's where they play all their home games.
Yeah, it's right here.
South Carolina, Brooks Stadium. You could say, well, they're going to have all their fans there, Chanticleers, for this game. But you could also say, we're playing at home. We don't get to travel anywhere for this bowl game. You could look. It could be a downer. It's really an individual perspective.
I've never found it that big. Yeah. Well, like UNLV stay at home for the Vegas Bowl. Like I've had. I don't know if it is really that exciting. I guess
want to travel. They want to see the Bahamas, or they want to see California, or whatever the case may be.
They don't want to see Laramie, Wyoming.
Yeah.
Some
not.
Those bowls are fun. Yeah,
that is a factor, definitely. That this is a home game for Coastal Carolina because the Myrtle Beach Bowl is always on their home field in Conway. But again, how excited are they? Maybe they want to go someplace, to play their bowl game instead. So
that's why the team total, because UTSA. When you look at it, they're 0-6 on away from home.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah.
They lost every game.
Yeah, exactly. The road record not good. And this is kind of a true road game because of the fact this is Coastal Carolina's home stadium here for the Myrtle Beach Bowl. That's why you're right.
Will it be like a regular home game though? Yeah. The atmosphere that you get in October to now, when probably people are out. It's Christmas. It's vacation. It's maybe not going to be the same. I don't know. That we'll see. So be packed.
No doubt. All right. That by the way, I want to make sure everyone's aware of that game on Monday, December 23rd. That game, the Myrtle Beach Bowl. It's an 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Pacific for Conor out on the West Coast start time. So it's a real early one. And the reason they're doing that is because they want a doubleheader on Monday, but they're never going to put a college football game at night on a Monday night against Monday Night Football, NFL. So
yeah.
Why. You got the early doubleheader that Monday. That's the first game.